All right, so what I'm going to cover relatively briefly right now is how you can run the program as a patient-specific RT structure creator as a standalone server. So effectively, what this is working on is the general workflow that after a patient sim has occurred or any kind of imaging, the files, the DICOM files, are sent to some server location that the program has been told to monitor, and it will then create a patient-specific loadable RT structure file that just gets seamlessly imported into your treatment planning system whenever you import from that file location. With this also comes the ability to define certain requirements. So you could have one universal location that all of your DICOM files get dropped to, and then have the therapist say, I want the abdomen template thrown onto this. And then when the program sees that it has abdomen in the series description, it'll make that abdomen template. So let's do this. Let me just close out of this. And what I've done here is I loaded up 2 online templates from TG-263, abdomen, pelvis, GYN, and thorax breast, whole breast radiation. All right, so what I'm going to do now is you can see these 2 paths are red because it doesn't have any direction as to where it should be writing these. So I'm going to open up abdomen, pelvis, which comes all the way over there, and then edit monitored DICOM paths. So pretty much what you can do with the program usually is just follow the red. That tends to give you the most kind of indication of what it still needs. So I'll click edit monitor DICOM paths, and then it's going to say add a monitored path. I'll do that. And I'm going to say that I have DICOM coming to my K drive into this DICOM folder. Great. And then you can add multiple other paths if you like. So you can have one local, you can have one somewhere else, whatever you like. Next, I'm going to add a required DICOM aspect. This isn't necessarily required, but if you have 10 templates and no requirements, you're going to get 10 templates on every patient. So I'm going to require that this patient have a series description that has the word abdomen. Yeah. Okay. And I'll add that DICOM requirement, and I'll save and close. Now the red goes away, and I'll save and exit. So now this one's gray, so it's okay, but this one still doesn't have any paths. So I'll edit that one. And just like the previous one, you can see that this edit monitored DICOM path is red. So I'll click on that. I'll add the same path as before. But now with this one, I'll say that it has to include the series description breast. Save and close, save and exit, and now they're ready. So let me just make sure this is currently empty. This is my downloads, which is not the right place. Okay, DICOM. All right, and there's nothing here right now. So I'll click on DICOM server. And then I'm going to act like we just had this patient come through, copy. Effectively, all I've done here is I've just changed the series description on this one to have abdomen and this one to have breast. So let's paste that in there. Now on the user side, you don't notice anything because this is kind of running on a separate thread. But effectively what it's doing is it's looking through this folder and identifying any DICOM files, and then checking the series description, seeing if it matches what it's asked for, and then it'll write this nice little file. And the nomenclature of this on the name just matches whatever this was. So abdomen, pelvis, GYN, abdomen, pelvis, GYN. If I delete this, it'll recreate it. Yeah, thorax, breast, whole. And you can actually make changes to this as well, and then they'll update it. So if I come to abdomen, And I edit the monitor path. And then I say that you can write this in admin, or, and they're always or if it has a DICOM requirement called breast, give me an abdomen there too, because why not? So the breast just refilled, abdomen refilled, and yeah, now this one also has an abdomen. So it's kind of silly to do, so I'm just going to remove that. The abdomen should just be abdomen. And then I'll delete that. All right, so now we have these, and if you set up the DICOM server and have your therapist trained for what site's being treated, they can just add the series description. And then whenever you go to import the patients or whoever imports them on your workflow, then you can just come over to import, and I'm going to have to pull this over to the other screen because there's PHI. So I'll say import DICOM, and then do. Okay, so I'm going to keep this over here as I import, or at least do this. Okay, so that should keep the PHI away. Yeah, I'll just import the breast one, I guess. Refresh. I just want the structure for now. Patient selection, and done. So now, if you look over here, you can see our thorax, breast, whole breast radiation, and everything's come in looking great. All right, and yep, now you can see that over here. So cool. If you do decide to run it as a kind of standalone server like that, then all you really need to do is set up the appropriate paths that you want to do, and then click Run DICOM Server. And I guess it's also important to note that at least somewhere this does need to be running, but the program is safe to close and then open back up again. All of those file requirements and all are still saved on the back end. So if I edit these monitor paths, all of this is still here. And then I just have to click run again. All right, that's going to be it for this video, and then there'll be more to come. Thanks.